yet another clip that has now come to light. A video where once again you can hear gunshots being fired in the background and a body, presumably a body, can be seen lying lifeless on the ground. This image from the 22nd of April. You can clearly hear multiple gunshots being fired as the sound of bullet echoes around. There are others who are standing and are trying to probably decipher what exactly has transpired. There is a body, there is a man that clearly has fallen, most likely because he sustained a bullet wound. Sahil Suhail, my colleague, joins us for more. Sahil, can you describe to us what exactly are we looking at in this new video?
Well, the fresh video has emerged of this Pahalgam terror incident, wherein this zip line is in focus. One more tourist who basically takes a ride on zip line, and then suddenly this attack, and in fact the gunfire starts there in Baisaram Valley. So one after the other, we are witnessing the fact that eyewitnesses are basically releasing these videos of this Baisaram terror attack. Initially we see a tourist basically normally starting her ride on zip line, and then when half of the ride is done, after that the exchange of gunfire. In fact, the gunfire starts, and basically people who were inside the Baisaram Valley starting rushing for the cover. So this is the second video that has in fact came up. It's a low angle video which basically very clearly shows the exact moment of this Baisaram Valley attack, the exact moment when the firing by the terrorists started there. It continued for about 10 to 20 minutes. This is what we are given to understand by the sources, that this firing in fact continued for about 20 minutes, and as a result of which 26 tourists, including the local, was killed in this attack. So for the NIA, which is investigating the case, has in fact taken cognizance of these videos. We have seen earlier a video that basically showed one of the zipline operator chanting Allahu Akbar slogan, and then releasing one of the tourists on zip line ride, was also in fact taken into custody. He is being questioned by the NIA. So far, around 100 people who basically were present or near the terror attacks spot in Baisaram Valley have been questioned. They are in custody of NIA, and they will be questioned about their presence and in fact any sort of connection that they have with this Pahalgam terror incident. So investigation is being in fact done by the NIA. Jammu and Kashmir Police is actively cooperating and assisting the National Investigating Agency, and all these videos that have came up from the spot movement, in fact after this terror attack, are being investigated. This is also subject of the investigation, wherein National Investigating Agency is looking on every in fact a single aspect of this terror attack, be it the videos or other digital footprints that the NIA is currently looking.
All right, stay on with me, Sohail. Pradeep Datta, now we've got a reaction coming in from Mehbooba Mufti, and let me quote what she has said, that there are some people on social media who are very communal, who are trying to give a communal turn to the events. If we could play out the original ziplining video for our viewers' reference, that is what she's talking about. She says, just like we say Jai Shri Ram, Muslims say Allahu Akbar, and when we are in any difficulty, we say Allahu Akbar. The government of India must take strict action against those who are spewing venom on social media. Even as the investigation is underway, does it look like an attempt to provide cover fire?
See, Priya, what is problematic with the statement of Mehbooba Mufti is that she is trying to look at the things with the communal glasses. So far as National Investigation Agency, they have no problem with somebody uttering or chanting Allahu Akbar. The problem is that in this particular case, when he is saying Allahu Akbar and the gunshots are being heard, he is unfazed and he is unperturbed and no signs of panic on his face. That's one of the reasons that people have got suspicious and the agencies are trying to find out. Because in such a situation, when already 26 people have lost their lives and many others were critically injured, so this is a responsibility responsibility of National Investigation Agency and other investigating sleuths to look into each and every evidence they are getting. So this is not that they are going to hang a person if he is not responsible for any kind of gruesome act. He will be automatically released. But right now they are questioning because that's their duty that they are performing. What Mehbooba Mufti is trying to do, she is trying to give a communal tinge to the whole investigation by saying that the way you say Jai Shri Ram, that's the same way that they say Allahu Akbar. Obvious reason that whenever there is any kind of a trouble, then normally the Muslims say Allahu Akbar, or whenever they start doing something, they say Bismillah Rahman Rahim. That's a normal thing. Though every Indian understands, because India has got people from different faiths putting up together, so Indians understand what actually Muslims do, what Muslims do not do. But here in this particular case, what has led NIA to pick this man and start questioning him? Because they find his activity somewhere suspicious. While the gunshots are being fired, normally people run for cover. Here he is unfazed, looking after everything as if nothing has happened, and then he says Allahu Akbar. That's one of the reasons that he is being investigated and looked into. Once they find that he has nothing to do with the terror-related activity, obviously he'll be sent back home.
Right, and nobody is actually questioning why that man is saying what he's saying. The question is around the timing of when it is being said, and like we've said repeatedly, it could be a matter of coincidence or it could be deliberate. That is a grey area, and which is why investigating agencies have now questioned him for the first round yesterday and the second round today. But Sahil Sohail, Mehbooba Mufti perhaps under political compulsions to draw the Jai Shri Ram analogy over there.
Well, exactly. And prior to this, Mehbooba Mufti has also made statements, in fact, asking the administration or the police authorities in Jammu and Kashmir to make making differences between the terrorists and local civilians. What the police authorities or the investigating authorities have done after this Pahalgam terror incident is that they are questioning people. Even though those people who were present there, who had basically assisted in rescue and evacuation operation, they are also being questioned. It's not that they are being basically declared as accused in the case. They are just being called to, in fact, cooperate with the National Investigating Agency so that the situation is summarized and the National Investigating Agency will proceed for further probe. One thing is very clear, that it was done by the terrorists who are backed by Pakistan and affiliated with Lashkar-e-Taiba. Now National Investigating Agency is looking for those people who in fact assisted these terrorists, provided logistic support and other sort of support to these terrorists. So there are circumstances, and there are these videos that have in fact come up, and the National Investigation Agency is in fact there is a binding for the National Investigating Agency to take cognizance of every single piece of information, every single piece of the digital footprint that comes up, and they are therefore investigating. So this man who basically chants Allahu Akbar at the same time, in fact it's in fact suspected that he realized that there was something wrong, and then he proceeds with action. Action is releasing tourists on this zip line. That is somewhere he is in fact under scanner, and that's why he is under
sequence of events that is under scanner, and not really the slogans, the reason why they are being chanted in general or otherwise. So thank you, Pradeep and Sohail, for joining me. We take a very quick break. Look at the latest visuals coming in from Bison Meadows of that day. On the left-hand side, how there was carnage, havoc being wreaked in the meadows, while there were tourists who were blissfully unaware of what has happened, what the terrorists were up to as they were zip lining.